Hey there, welcome back to the Antique FANatic. Some of you reached out recently asking about the DC Emerson that we got at the auction that was in the last video. Wanting to know more about that. Well, today we're going to grant your wish. We're going to go out to the shop and take a look at it and see what it needs besides a bath. She's really dirty. Hopefully we can get it all cleaned up and make it nice. So come on, let's go out to the shop and see what we can get into. The top number of the fan that we have for you today is an Emerson 23046. The Emerson 23 series was produced in 1915 and 1916. For those of you that don't know, the 5-digit type number had some significance. The first two are the series number, example 23. The third number is the cycles the motor was designed to run on. In this case, it is direct current, so the cycles are 0. The fourth number is the number of blades, and the last is essentially the radius of the blade / guard. Welcome back to the shop. Okay, here's the fan. I said it was dirty, and you can see that. Pretty crusty. Just observing a few things about the fan. I noticed on auction day that this collar has some stress fractures in it. So we're going to replace this. I just happen to have a spare. Everything else, all the hardware is there, so we're good. The other thing is when I got it home, I noticed I hooked it up. I couldn't stand the weight. So I hooked it up and it ran great on high. But when I switched it to medium or low, I got nothing. So it's either there are no nichrome windings on the switch anymore, or there's a break in the nichrome somewhere. So we're going to see. I don't know either. I haven't even looked. So you'll be as surprised as I am. So let's start taking it apart and see if we can figure out what's going on. Okay, so let's get started. I'll take this cage off. One thing I want to do is to check this ball detent oscillator. Just like that collar that we talked about with the stress fractures, that ball detent oscillator is also made out of pot metal. And so a lot of times those didn't survive, so we're hoping there's no stress fractures there. We'll see in a little bit. There goes the choo-choo train. Always when you're filming. There's the cage. Hang that up and get it out of the way. Hopefully the blade will come off relatively easy and not be gunked up. And that's not going to be the case. Hope y'all are having a great weekend. Pouring rain outside, nice and gloomy. You know, that could have went bad. I could have thrown that against the wall or the floor. So be careful. I'm gonna go get my little jar for hardware. Always get one of those, some little container. You don't want to lose a screw. You can't run to Lowe's and pick these up most of the time. Let's go ahead and get rid of this cord. Obviously this is not factory cord, so we know somebody's been in the switch, which is not a great sign. Head wire, however, is factory and is still very pliable. No frays, which is a good sign. This is probably a low hour fan. The gentleman whose auction this was 83 when he passed, and I think he passed away in 2018. And judging by a lot of the stuff in the basement, it looks like he would buy it at an auction, bring it home, put it in the basement, and never do anything else with it. So he probably just thought it was cool, brought it home, and never used it, which is great. The ball detent is in good condition, so we're going to be super careful and make sure it stays that way. I'd hate to be the guy that busted it, but you can see those stress fractures there in that neck. So we're going to replace that. Not a big deal. They're common for 12 and 16 inch fans. So, okay. I'm going to go ahead and take the shoulder screw out, so when I get ready to replace this collar, I won't forget and put added stress on the ball detent wheel. Alright, shoulder screw, ball detent. I think we're going to let that thing maybe soak it down with some of the good old holy juice. Alright, so let's get this collar replaced while we're here. Oh, good. Love it. That stuff is stuck. That's why I can make an idiot of myself on the internet. Come on. That loose. Where that thing is. Tell you what we're going to do. We'll bust out the holy juice. Solder down. Go ahead and give that a liberal bath. Okay. Let's see if we can get this out of here. May have to change gears and change lanes and go take a look at the. Oh, there she goes. I was going to say we're going to go take a look at the switch. I'm going to put that off as long as possible because I'm afraid there's no nichrome wafers or nichrome at all. Interesting thing about DC fans is that, you know, to be honest, I doubt a lot of people even know what that means, DC versus AC these days. But if somebody owned this fan and it had a regular plug on it, my bet is it had AC applied to it more than once. Good thing about Emerson's are most of the DCs that I've seen can endure it and not damage the fan, at least for a little bit. Alright, we're going to lift this up. remove the motor just temporarily. While we're in here, we're going to take this oscillating arm is way longer than its AC counterpart just because of the geometries of the particular DC versus AC. So I'll go ahead and get this off here. I'm just going to go ahead and slap that back on, and I'll do all the cleaning later. You know, for those of you that like to have more how-to, I'm not your guy, just so you know. You can do what I do at your own risk. Mainly just for entertainment purposes. This is the tension spring. This is what allows you to adjust your sweep. You know, which range you want it to oscillate. Pull that right out and you can see more of those stress fractures. It looks like it's in, you know, okay condition, but if you let it oscillate for very long, that'll crumble. Guarantee. Boom. And we go back together with it. Pulled this one off of a stump of a 21648 I had in my basement. Come on now, get in there. We'll see what it says. See, you can rotate that around. And that pin pops. There's several holes inside there that it can lock it in place. So on these screws, just hold it and they ride inside that track. Let's go ahead and give it all the torque. Hopefully it don't break. It's all good. Something a little different here. Odd. Strangely enough, the screws that came out of the collar for the DC don't want to go back in the one for the 2-1. So we're going to try to, we'll just put the ones from the 21 back in there and call it good. Hopefully I don't know why. Strange things happen back in the day at Emerson Electric. I know what it probably is. It's not anything like that. So I bet you somebody glued that other collar back together, and maybe these are gummed up with some glue or something. I'll set them over here for the parts bin. May be able to use them later. But see, we're good. Good to go right here. And since we got this all broke down, we'll put the arm back on here, and then we'll clean it just a smidge. Maybe add a little oil in here where it does the oscillation magic. And we'll recapitate it. Nope, that's wrong. I would bet money this fan has never ever been serviced except for somebody cobbling up the switch, which I'm just going to go ahead and say that's going to be a problem, and then if it ain't, I'll be tickled. You know, hope you guys are enjoying this YouTube channel. And if you are, and you're ever so inclined, tell your buddies, or give it a share on your Facebook. Well, it'll help get the word out and spread the love about fans and antiques. Because, I've said before, I believe everybody really likes them. They just haven't been exposed to them. Go ahead and reattach the oscillating arm and put it back to stationary for now. Hard to run a screwdriver when you got lubricant on your fingers. That goes way better now. All right. Well, here's the moment we've all been dreading. Let's take a look and see what's going on with this here switch. Take the switch out and see what's going on. The other thing that made me happy is there wasn't really any cracks. Maybe a little owie right there on the ceramic dealy bopper. Oh yeah. Now, there's got to be a simple, for most people, explanation as to why these nichrome thingy-mabobs are not intact or not conducting like they should. So hopefully we can get enough headwire shoved back through here that we don't have to take that loose to fix it. Really don't want to have to do that. Man, that looks really good. That looks really good. But that looks good. Is it maybe possible that it just, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to get some compressed air, give it a once over. That looks good. Right. This is cool. It's got some spider webbies. Okay, so let's get in here and I'm going to show you what I found. See this? This is supposed to, oh sorry, this is supposed to attach right there, and it isn't. It was broken off, so we're going to go ahead and remove this insulation, and hopefully I don't break something in the process. Okay, now I'm going to have to put the camera down, so hold please. There we go. That's not good. We'll get another break. Okay, so we got a connectivity here. That needs some solder. Okay, boys and girls, let's make some smoke. That should be just about perfect. Set that over there so we don't catch anything on fire. Alright, now we need a little bit of heat shrink, which is just what we got right here. Okay, so we'll slide this over here, give us a little more insulation. Okay, so we're back. We're going to start the cleaning, but real quick, I'm going to take this gearbox off and check the grease. So, bear with me. Should have done that earlier while I had this disconnected, but I don't always do things the right way. I'll take this shoulder screw back out real quick so we can detach. Come on now. Pop this bad boy up here. I fully expect these screws are not going to want to come out very easy. But I've been wrong before. And they're easy. At least one of them is. Helps if you turn your microphone on. Golly, those aren't even really tight. Yeah, there's almost no grease in there, which is a good and bad thing. I guess it's been running all this time pretty well, but we're going to go ahead and add some new grease to it. Make it all nice and fresh. I like to use this red and tacky grease. I know some people like to use axle grease. When I run out of this, I may try the other. Oh, the train's back, by the way. Yeah, no, not the same one. So what are y'all doing tonight? I mean, besides watching a video. Hope work's going okay. The wife and kids good. Christmas is coming up. Hope you aren't like me and don't have any Christmas shopping done. Because I don't. There we go. That's the way you do it. It just goes right in there. Well, if y'all can see anything, I'm terrible with a camera. Probably a bad idea to start a YouTube channel. I'm terrible with a camera. Hope is maybe I'll get a little better. Got this fancy GoPro. Still like to use my iPhone, so I'm trying something new tonight. 2 cameras. Give you a little bit different camera angle. Okay, yeah, that works out. Let's go ahead and slap this bad boy back on here. Some screws back in it. One thing about these DCs, at least the ball motors, it's just something about the look. It's just different. in the can style or cylindrical style motors of the ACs. It just seems to have a little bit of aesthetic appeal. We'll say that. Sounds fancy. Alright, in good shape now. Alright, let's go ahead and get the grease out of the way. And we'll reattach our oscillating arm. Might need to tighten down the set screws on the wheel. Seems like it's got a little sloppy. We don't want to go with that. Put that back to quasi-stationary. Because I don't necessarily care if it oscillates or not, but I mean I want it to function, but tight on that one. Let's see what we got on this one. It's all tight. Still got a little slip in it. Let's see if it'll pop out. Let's tighten it up a little bit. There we go. Sometimes you gotta back those screws out and clean some of the crud out. And hope you don't destroy your. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it good. Call that one good. Alright, now to clean some of this holy spray. Let's give it a soak. The trick I heard was, you know, just let this stuff eat for a minute. And then use a toothbrush, some kind of a soft bristle brush to loosen some of the years of caked on grime. Just make sure you soak it down real nice. Okay. Love the smell. Smells like progress. Also probably smells like a dirty camera lens. You know, you can't help but wonder sometimes when you work on one of these old fans, like, where was the fan at before it was in the old man's collection? Where was it used? Who bought it new? I found that all very fascinating. I know I've mentioned it before, but I'm not one of those guys that likes to pimp out the fan. I just like to preserve it, clean it up. I like the old look, the tarnish. But hey, you know, if you like the polished brass and repaint, you know, it's not a terrible thing, I suppose. Let that set a little bit more, and then we'll work on this. Okay, back at it. I'm gonna oil it real quick. Excuse me. Okay, quite a bit of drainage leaving. It's that time of year, I suppose. I'm not going to change the oil wick out just yet. Because I'm not going to be using this fan a whole lot since it's a DC. We're going to oil it from the oil port full. Twist it around a little bit. Get a little bit of oil on the little cup and then shove that back down in there. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Look at a flat spot where the tag is. Okay. Oil. I'm going to put a little bit of good oil on the back here. Good. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and put the feet on. And this is one of my least favorite parts because I like to fight. But hopefully these are nice and pliable enough to get them in there pretty easy. Try to store my rubber feet and grommets in Ziplocs, that way they don't twist out. Well, that doesn't work very well. Let's see. I'm going to use a little bit of this WD-40, aka bone spray. Soak them down. Hopefully they'll slip in there a little easier. Oh yeah. There's one. Normally by the time you get around to the fourth one, the fingers are hurting so bad you can't understand it. necessary evil. You not Viking. Okay, that's 2. Let's see if we can get this down over here just a little bit. Do this number 3. Make sure you don't do is mess around, jab yourself in the finger with a screwdriver, especially when you get WD-40 on it. Alright, that should, that's number 3. Good deal. Let's flip it over. That's greasy. That's the only bad thing about cleaning with WD-40. It gets everywhere. It'll dry. Man, tried to put one of these in another fan one time and it was just about dry rotted. That was dang near impossible. Okay, so now we got feet. Lift it up a little bit. Kind of some dampening. Good on your stainless steel work pipe too. Okay, now next, we're going to move this over to the other one. Now, we're going to lightly spritz the cage down and wipe it down. Don't do too awful much. Yeah, that's good. Good old tarnish. This cage is in really good condition. A lot of times you got loose kinks. Another indicator that maybe it's a low hour fan. Pretty straight. Okay, now we got it all wiped down. We're going to go over here. We're going to put the cord on it and reassemble it. Maybe take it for a test spin. So we're going to time out, and I can move cameras around to the other workbench because we want to make sure we're on a good solid wood workbench when we put electricities to it. Okay, let's get started. First thing, we're going to get some wire. We're going to put a new cord on it. Go ahead and layer down, fish this wire through, and then we can make our connections. Making sure I get all the tape off my fingers. Alright. That's the other good thing is, you know, get to hear all the cars drive by. We're really close, folks. I'm pretty excited. Oh, I've got to pick out a plug. Probably should have done that off camera. Let's see what we got. Pull up a chair. Make it a little crimp. Put your wire around your post. Slap your washer on here. And put your little knurled thumb nut on there. Cinch it down real good. Perfect. And we're going to repeat. We'll do it so that it turns with threads, or with the thumb thingy. Put your washer on there. I'm excited. At least I am a little bit afraid. Don't want it to go poof. So we're gonna grit our teeth and be scared for a bit. Okay, now tilt her back up. Okay, so that's for it. Okay. I'm thinking I had extra screws there for a minute and I was like, well, that ain't no good. You know, there'll be more to come on this fan, just because it's kind of neat. I may get oil wicking, change that out, and get some new brushes. Get me one of those little fiberboard dealy boppers for the base. Alright, let's get it put on here. Okay. Put down our set screw. Always worry about these things if something should happen to me and, you know, they go to somebody that doesn't know much about them. They're going to realize it's a direct current, and don't plug it in, folks. Don't plug it into your house current. It's lasted this long. Don't be that guy. Long set screw. Okay. Well, look at that go. Alright, cage time. Let's not turn it into a nos remy. Oh, almost did. We got her set up right. screwdriver. Of course, I'm going to put that down on the other workbench so I can't get to it easy. Maybe I can do it with this one. Okay. And I'm getting a long screwdriver for them bottom screws. What a good looking fan. It's kinda, how do we do this? Kind of like to get in here and start them by hand, if at all possible. Have better control, you know, somewhat. One more screw and then one more plug. I just can't get, there it goes, okay. Let's get it all tightened up. Pretty good looking fan. Try to reshape the cage just a little bit. It's not bad, but it's really not bad. Very nice, in fact. So, fish your cord on there. And you gotta strip your wires back. I'm about ready for some supper. Some leftover chicken and dumplings in yonder. It's calling my name. I like to singe them just a little bit, keep them from unraveling, get the loose strings going. I need to get all my plugs in one bucket. That'd be nice.
Yeah, she's down. So
okay, we got her done. Hope you like it. I sure do. I hate using this word, but it's a sexy fan. Something about that shape. It's just a good looking piece. I'm going to stick around for a while, hang out in the collection with all the other fans. So we appreciate you tuning in and hope you enjoyed the video and maybe learn something, maybe learn what not to do. Probably more of that. Anyway, we'll catch you next time.